A fist pump to the world's media as US President Donald Trump welcomed Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelenskyy to the White House for a second time this year. All eyes were on them as the two leaders began crisis talks to try to end the war with Russia. Zelenskyy was joined by a European tour de force, presidents and prime ministers making a last-minute emergency dash to Washington in a show of solidarity and defiance against Russian aggression.
You're in no position.
They sat down for talks in the Oval Office, where that infamous fiery clash took place in February. The setting was the same, but this time the tone was different. The two leaders agreed to enhance security for Ukraine and, crucially, a summit with President Vladimir Putin that could happen within weeks. President Trump phoning the Russian leader immediately after the talks.
We'll work with Russia, we're going to work with Ukraine, and we're going to make sure it works. And I think if we can get to peace, it's going to work. I have no doubt about it.
President Zelenskyy said he's ready to meet with Putin to discuss territorial issues. Previously, he'd said Ukraine would not cede territory taken by force.
We need to stop this war, to stop Russia, and we need support American and European partners. We will do our best for this. And we are ready for trilateral, as President said. This is a good signal about trilateral. I think this is very good.
Trump said the US would continue to support Ukraine militarily, although he stopped short of committing US troops on the ground. 30 countries, including Japan and Australia, are working on similar guarantees. But European leaders remain sceptical about whether a deal can be done to end the war.
I have the greatest doubts about the Russian president's desire for peace, because as long as he thinks he can win through war, he will do so. And his ultimate objective is to take as much territory as possible, to weaken Ukraine.
France's Emmanuel Macron says if diplomacy fails, tougher sanctions should be imposed on Moscow, something Trump has threatened, but so far failed to do. President Trump believes progress has been made, but the key sticking points remain. Whether or not these high-level talks resolved anything in this conflict remains to be seen. Selina Downes, TRT World, Washington.